Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the time period of August 24th to September 8th, 2018. I am using Legacy Tarot cards. Funny joke for you. I was doing Pisces and your energy was so heavy in Pisces. I kept saying Gemini, but I was like, shit, I forgot I was doing a damn Pisces reading. But please watch the Pisces reading. It may apply to you heavily. Very much so. If you have Pisces in your chart, you may want to look into that to see if there's a lot of Gemini energy in that Pisces reading. Gemini energy in the sense where I completely felt external from Pisces. Your energy was that strong in that reading that I just was like, shit, who am I reading for? All right, let's see what energy is coming through for you. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You have a situation, either you are a news reporter or you may be dealing with a news reporter that's very angry. So either you're trying to snatch the mic from them or you're aggressively doing that with them. Or maybe you're just showing up and grabbing the mic. Could be metaphoric in terms of your work. It could be taking on responsibility in a job. It could be metaphoric, or it's literally happening. you know the kind of situations where a news situation is going on and people that are walking by on the street, they just show up and walk up to the news reporter and snatch the mic out their hand and start talking. It could be that kind of situation. So you could be in that kind of situation, but it feels more so it's something that is personal. So it's either something that happened to a friend or a family member, and it could be pertaining to them, and that's why you're snatching the mic. That makes perfect sense. If you're randomly doing that, I don't know. This could also be metaphoric in terms of snatching the mic, taking the mic from someone, letting your voice be heard. This could also be what do you call it? What's another analogy? Somebody's spotlight, snatching somebody's spotlight from them, vice versa with this kind of feeling. So it could be, I'm being drawn to Capricorn energy. So either you may be trying to do that to a Capricorn or a Capricorn is doing that to you. But there's like a not for long kind of energy. So either you feel that way with a Capricorn or somebody's very powerful. So maybe you have a lot of power. It could be a Capricorn that has a lot of power, but there's a steal. So somebody has a lot of power. It feels like it could be in the workplace. It could be in the house. Maybe it's not having voice. Maybe it's not, some type of battle with you not having a voice in a house with somebody, or a workplace, or some type of competitive shit that's going on with work and having a boy or I almost said boy. Someone could be having a boy, but I meant to say voice. It's about having a voice in a workplace or stepping up to the plate with somebody. Someone's going here with somebody. You could be snatching a mic to tell someone that you love them. Like it could be as simple as that. Maybe you are just you're tired of waiting on something. So you could be tired of waiting on someone to tell you how they feel about you, vice versa. Or somebody's having a boy. I get a Pisces. There's a Pisces that's pregnant. That's why I said Pisces reading. Or you have Pisces in your chart. Or you whatever, there's a Pisces that's pregnant and they're having a boy, or they're just expectant, period. But they're not sharing that with you, whatever it is. They're not sharing that with you. So either you're responsible for impregnating the Pisces, or maybe you're expecting a boy. But there's also, if you're a female, you're expecting a guy or a boy to come over. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're expecting your boy to come over to hang out with you. Maybe you're expecting like a good friend to come by to hang out with you, whatever it is. But is it taking too long? So somebody, like you could be at home and it's strange. That's why I said like news reporter, this, that, and third. You're waiting for someone to come by. So it could be like in a home. I get something about like a garage sale. So maybe you're trying to have a garage sale and maybe someone is like, maybe your friend is like, I'm going to come by. I'm going to stop by to get something. And you're like, why are they taking so long? Maybe you're using intuition that someone doesn't like what you're trying to sell. And it could be pertaining to business. Maybe you are in the business of selling things like, merchandise of some kind. Maybe you hand make things but there's some type of jealousy with something that you do with your hands. Like, is jealousy in the sense where, like, that's why I said that the Capricorn. Maybe there's something going on where somebody is doing something with their hands. It could be knitting, could be art, could be drawing. Between you, a Capricorn, and a Pisces. A Pisces is pregnant, or you're pregnant, or you impregnate a Pisces, vice versa. Something's going on with jealousy and like handcrafted things, or handcraft, like something that somebody does with their hands, whatever it is. It could be finger painting, it could be printmaking, it could be drawing, it could be knitting, it could be sewing, whatever it is. But there's heavy jealousy surrounding that, and maybe, but there's also a mistake. So maybe this could be an element here where maybe you're jealous. Something's going on with you being jealous of somebody, or somebody being jealous of you. But there's an element here where it's a mistake, because it could be the actual feeling, like maybe upholding feelings of jealousy towards somebody. And maybe somebody's not well, or something is newfound with them not being well, this, that, and the third. But there's this feeling of, you knew that. So you knew that someone wasn't well. You knew that something was gonna happen to someone. But I get something about an Aries. So maybe Aries. Yeah, I think Aretha Franklin was an Aries. Yeah. Maybe you knew something was gonna happen with an Aries element. Something's interesting about this. Something was not cancerous. So if it's an Aretha, I don't know. I don't want to turn the reading into an Aretha Franklin, situation, but I mean, you know what I mean. I didn't want to turn it, but something was not cancer. Something, either it was or it wasn't. I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe there's something that's secretive about either the way a friend passed. That's why I said snatching the mic. Either you're hearing about this, you watch this on the news, or something's going on where something was, either it was not cancer, or something was, what was I going to say just now? Something is secretive surrounding somebody's passing. So it could be Aretha Franklin. It could be Aretha Franklin's passing. I need something secretive, but I keep getting it wasn't. It's something secretive about her passing, and I keep getting it wasn't. So I don't know if you are, these readings are broad, so this could be something that you're discovering about Aretha Franklin, or you may have been an Aretha Franklin lover, but I also get a Virgo man was also an Aretha Franklin lover, whatever situation that is. But it kind of feels like with her case, I'm using that analogy because I feel drawn to her energy for some reason. Something's going on with a secretive diagnosis, or a secretive illness, and something not being something like an ailment. This could be a situation where someone goes to the doctor and they're being told, or people are telling majority people, they're talking about somebody's illness, and they're saying, oh, it's leukemia, or they're saying, oh, it's a cyst, oh, it's this, that, and the third, but intuitively, you know that it's not with this energy. So either that you have more information on that. Something is also dietary. So I don't know if it's Aretha Franklin, or if it's a friend that you have. You could have a friend named Aretha. You could have a friend with the last name Franklin. Maybe you have a friend named Franklin. But it's a moving to. So you could be moving to an area called Franklin. I don't know. That could be any area in the United States, wherever in the world, wherever. You could be moving to an area called Franklin. But there's this feeling here where there's a lot of mystery in this area. So either there's mystery, so there's a mystery surrounding Aretha Franklin's passing, or you're moving to an area called Franklin, or you're dating someone named Franklin, or your last name is Franklin. I don't know. And there's mystery surrounding some type of situation with something named, or a person named Franklin, or Aretha Franklin, with that kind of energy, okay? Or Frank, maybe somebody's name is Frank, but there's a brother, so maybe you may have a brother named Frank, and maybe something's going on with a brother named Frank, I don't know. Or being Frank is kind of like, you know the right amount of information that you need to know, but you're not exposing a lot. I think that's what it means. You're not exposing a lot about somebody's ailments, illnesses, whatever it is, competition. You're competing with someone somebody's gonna pass. Somebody is going to pass soon. I was in Capricorn energy. It doesn't have to be a Capricorn. It could be any zodiac sign. You intuitively know someone's going to pass soon that you're working with, or something like that. That's why you feel bad. Okay? Okay, justice, sign of Libra. There's this energy. If you're dealing with a Libra, they're responsible for hiding stuff. So this could be someone, I keep getting like news reporter. So this element could be a news reporter. So if you got a friend and maybe something's going on with a misdiagnosis in a friend, and this energy could be a news reporter, but there's a hand me the mic. So this is either justice, like that's why I say you're aggressively asking for things, like justice for your friend, justice for a family member, Aretha Franklin, or justice period in a workplace. Something is going on here with unfair treatment. So maybe a Libra man is treating you unfairly. Could be a Libra female as well. If you're dealing with a Libra female, they're a friend, that's very annoying, but they expose something about you. It could be something pertaining to trust. Maybe something's going on with you trusting a Libra, and maybe they said something, maybe they betrayed you, but they also threw you under the bus for something. And that's why you've been acting the way you have been with a Libra. So they could have exposed you. They may, but I guess something about like your something's going on with your pride. So justice in the sense where you're being really prideful about things, but maybe there's this element here where either a Libra is bringing out stuff about you that is not very pride like, like this could be a situation where there's a facade. So you may put on a facade like in a workplace or in a relationship, this, that, and the third, and Libra could be your partner or whatever, or they're external and they're on the outside looking into your partnerships or your jobs, whatever. There's an element here where you could be maybe a Libra is putting on a facade, I don't know, or a Carol is getting Capricorn, maybe a Capricorn is putting on a facade. Somebody is putting on a facade and maybe you're starting to like speak on that, or someone is speaking on it, that it's not intentional. Like maybe you think it's intentional, but it's not. But something is also not fair. So someone could be putting you on blast about how prideful you are. They're talking about your character, this, that, and the third. But there's feeling here where you may not be telling them, like somebody's talking a lot. Like they're talking a lot in the sense where there's something that's very personalized to you, and maybe it's not supposed to be, but it's very personalized. This could be like a post, this could be like if somebody wrote a post that's supposed to be general to everybody, but like maybe you're taking some type of post or like some type of comment or post, whatever. It could be like a status on Facebook. You're taking it like really like through the skull, or they're taking it really through the skull, and you're like chill, like, or they're like chill. It's not that serious, but maybe it is, and maybe something's going on with going home and crying. So maybe it's a Libra could be going home and crying, or you're going home and crying, but it's over like a damn post. It's like, what did she say? So you're trying to understand. It could be a Libra female. This woman that could be a Libra female. That's why I said annoying and trust. A Libra female, they could have said something crazy about you. The male also, they could have said something crazy about you, and maybe you kind of see that as betrayal. But something, like I said, craft and hands and this, that, and the third. Somebody could have said snarky, like somebody said something really crazy about, for example, you could be a painter. You could be a painter or a pottery maker, or like, I'm just using that as in a seamstress somewhere, like in a store, this, that, and the third. The Libra energy could be a boss. Capricorn could be like a coworker that does the same work. The Libra like element, like they're like, oh, you're incredible, you're the bomb, you're an amazing cook. Maybe it's food, maybe something's going on with food, but there's jealousy with something going on with you with making food for some reason. But there's somebody could be jealous, and that's why they're trying to hate and say crazy things about it. Or a situation here where you're being compared by something that you do with your hands. Could be a craft, could be cooking, could be cleaning, whatever it is. Somebody's trying to big you up, like in front of you, that they're trying to tell you that you're doing something to bomb ass. But then you turn around, like maybe I get you set up something. You may have set up, there's a she or he doesn't know who this person is. So this could be a situation where your boss was saying something really shady about your work, and they're comparing it to somebody else, and they're trying to say that somebody else is better than you, vice versa, whatever it is. So what you did was you set up a friend, or maybe this element did that to you. You set up a friend to go listen. Like there's somebody has a friend, right? Oh my God, break it down. Somebody has a friend that they like, your boss or this element is another friend, like a three-way situation. There's somebody has a friend that this element doesn't know what your friend look like. So you hit up that friend to go listen to what your boss was saying, I get something about walking down the hallway or standing there, something like a door or a window to listen to what the crude like to what crude things a Libra like element is saying about you. But I get the comparisons. Like somebody is saying some really crazy stuff about comparisons with food or making things, or it could be music. Maybe you're a musician playing a violin, playing a guitar, whatever the hell it is. Somebody like you set up a friend to go follow somebody, a friend that a Libra has not seen yet. Obviously, if they know this particular friend that you set up to go watch or listen to something that they're saying crude about you, then they're gonna shade up or block some of the things that they actually want to say. That they actually want to say if there's a friend that they're aware of that you have. So you went and you found a random person that you know that they don't know, and you set them up to go follow or listen. It could be following online, you know what I mean? You could have been following this energy online, but I keep getting crude. Like they are, so you either it's a Libra that's doing that, or they're making comparisons between you and a Capricorn energy. Or maybe you're doing that. Maybe you feel, or Capricorn is doing that to you, but they're doing it unintentionally. Or Libra like element is doing that to you, and you're set up secretive friends. You could also be doing that to the Capricorn. Maybe you want to see how somebody does something. So I get something about behind a door. Like you could be setting, either you're asking a Libra to go find. I get something about finding out where somebody lives. Like you may be using or as justice to a situation. Maybe something going on here, but you were being creepy. So maybe somebody may be saying something crazy, or maybe, like I said, it's unintentional in a job, whatever. So what you're doing is you're finding somebody's ex-coworkers to go find out where someone lives with the justice energy. You're digging up somebody's ex-coworkers. So this is a situation where you work with somebody, you know, or you may not even directly work with the person. You work with somebody, and what's happening is that the job that somebody left, that the new person that they're being compared to you, whatever, you're digging up their ex-coworkers from the job that they left to find out, to learn more about them. I guess so you can surprise them. Like you're trying to like dig up somebody that joined your workplace, the job that they left, if that makes any sense. You're trying to dig up somebody's ex-coworker. Somebody could be doing this with you, and maybe you don't know that. But when I said that, I get on the news. So maybe something that you have going on, is becoming really like, out there, whatever it is. I get singing. So maybe you're a singer. You know, maybe you're starting to sing, or there's a chorus. Maybe you're trying to do a choir, or this kind of feels like, this feels like the snatching a mic. That's why I said snatching a mic situation. To comparisons and competition, whatever, or it's a situation literally like you're snatching a mic to sing, like to sing a verse. Maybe you're being asked to do something, but you're trying to surprise someone. But there's also this element here where you're also scared, but it feels like a flash mob kind of situation. So you may be setting up like a flash mob for someone. Or it's happening to you, but I didn't think that they would ever do this. So maybe there's a situation where your coworkers or friends, there's a group of people, or there's a person or whoever. So they feel bad for some type of treatment that has been happening to you, and they're doing this for you, or you feel bad for some type of treatment that somebody else is going through, and you're trying to set it up for someone. Or there's a situation here where you're trying to figure out there's a shady boss that somebody has, and there's a need to find out what they were saying. But I get about handcrafts. Like there's some type of, it's serious. Like it's some type of handcraft that your boss was comparing. You didn't think they would say that, do that. So it could be, maybe they were saying something crazy, but they decided to surprise you with something. You didn't think that they would because they were saying something crazy or not. Or something wrong with treatment. You know, this could be a situation where your woman feels bad but feels bad for what you went through in childhood or something like that. So they're doing something nice for you. Or you're doing something nice for your friend, vice versa. Jesus Christ. I could have did a whole reading without the damn cards. Oh, let's take a breath. Your starting point has the Eight of Wands. You could be waiting on fire sign energies. They're also taking too long, and maybe you're losing patience with fire signs. But there's a Libra. I mean, not Libra. There is a Libra. Yes, there. You could be. Yes, you are waiting on a Libra. But if you're waiting on a Libra to leave somewhere, this could be like you're waiting on them. Like you could be deciding to leave a job. Like this is feeling where you work. The Libra could be the damn boss or a coworker. There's something is treacherous about that. Like their communications, they're terrible. Like someone's going on with a Libra and bad communication. You're like, should I leave this job? Like maybe that's why I said maybe there's comparisons being made, but the comparisons being made, but they're getting really bad and it's embarrassing. That's why I said you could be going home and you're crying about it. That's why I said like going home and crying. You don't want somebody. There's a shedding tears. Like maybe you're. That's why I said decide to leave a job. Like you're leaving a job and you're leaving. You know, you could be crying. You could be going away like to another. I get to another store. If you work in a store like Target, Macy's, Marshalls, whatever the hell the store is, there were like really crazy like coworkers that were trying to do. They throw you under the bus for some type of shitty shit that you were doing with a justice energy there. So you're like, should I leave this job? You're going to another store. You're going from store to store. If you work in a store, you know, something's going on with stores. Or something going on with you, like you're working with someone, but then that's why I say you're trying to leave. You're trying to decide whether you want to leave. Maybe you're permanently leaving a store to move across the country, to move to another country, United States or somewhere in Europe, you know. But something that's hard for you to do. Like there's an element here where it's hard for you to do. Something that's also very expensive. You know, this could be, that's why I said your coworkers, it could be a going away party. That's why I said the singing and dancing, whatever. This could be a going away party that you're trying to do for someone or people are trying to do for you. But there's a don't like there may be a going away party that you don't like. You know, it could be like a funeral, like a homecoming. It could be a homecoming, like a game homecoming, or a homecoming, like a funeral, a wake. That's why you don't like it. Justice with the 8 maybe there's a situation here where, you know, like me, you have a friend that somebody passed from cancer or illness, or you know someone's gonna pass because they've been suffering for a long period of time. I get by a Pisces. You have been asked by a Piscean energy to sing at somebody's funeral, or I get a wedding. Like maybe you're singing at somebody's wedding. That could be what you're traveling for. You could be traveling to sing at somebody's wedding, but there's a I don't know how to sing kind of vibe also. Maybe you don't know how to sing. Maybe there's a need to learn how to sing, or somebody's singing for you. Maybe that's why I said don't like it's either a funeral or you don't want to sing at a funeral, or a situation here where people are surprising you with something and they're singing and you don't like the singing. Whatever it is, or you're traveling far away, and if it's not singing, then it's seating, like it's SEAT. Maybe you don't like. Maybe you're traveling and you don't like window seats, or you don't like aisle seats, whatever it is, or middle seats. Nobody likes the fucking middle seat. Nobody likes the fucking middle seat. So maybe something's going on with you with itineraries and trying to change things you could be trying to change things with a boss. Trying to get a boss to like you. That this could be what that's why I said secretive friends, and but I also get secretive meetings. Like maybe you're traveling to figure out like to do secretive. I was getting into Pisces to wedding, funeral, wake, whatever it is, or people are doing this with you. But when I say people are doing this with you, you're like, why do I need this? So somebody's trying to do something for you, but you don't understand in this present moment. You don't understand why you need it. You don't understand why you need it. Someone could be recommending you. Like, so this could be a situation where like a boss is trying to recommend you to like, it could be like the store. Like I said, leaving from store to store. Oh, I see. Somebody's trying to you're in a workplace, for example, but people or a boss or coworkers, they're not trying to tell you that you're not doing a good job. So they're stringing you along, or they're stringing somebody along somewhere, but they're not saying anything. So what they're trying to do on the side is say, oh, I think that store I think you would do really good in there, or I think you would do really good in that store, or on that floor, this, that, and the third. But your intuition is like, why do you think I need that? They're not trying to tell you how they really feel about, but I get ethic, your work ethic. That's why you're leaving, traveling, go to a new place, new store, new floor, seating. Why do I need, like, this could be a situation like somebody's trying to seat you somewhere that you're like, why am I being seated here? Could be by a window, you know? Could be someone that you're going, but for some reason you don't understand why you have to sit somewhere. That's what I said. It could be a plan, like a surprise, like maybe there's something you're trying to do, like, but it's the position of seating that you don't understand why you need to be in it. It could be like in the front row. This could be a situation where somebody's putting you on a pedestal still. Like this could be like you're being put on a pedestal at a funeral, and you're like, I'm not even family. Why am I sitting in the front row? Why am I sitting in the front row? Or why am I sitting in the back? Like, that's why I said either that you're being the back of the bus or being placed in the back. Like, you don't understand why you're being placed in the back. Why do I have to sit all the way back here? Like, something wrong with you not seeing, like, glasses, justice card. This could be like with your friend. Maybe you're going out with your friends. And you have friends that are being really petty with you, and they're trying to tell you, oh, sit there. You're using intuition that maybe there's friends that they're fake friends, or they're trying to pretend that they like you. Why do I have to sit here? But there's also this feeling of, why do I have to sit here and listen to this with the Eight of Wands and the Justice card? There's somewhere where you are that you have been asked to be or to take part in being at. And you're like, I don't understand why I need to be here. This could be, like I said, schemed into moving somewhere or moving, changing jobs. But it's like, you listened anyway. So whatever constructive criticism it was in a relationship, you're sitting somewhere. Why do I have to sit in the corner? Why do I have to be in the front? Is it asking, you're also asking too many questions, or or you feel like somebody's asking too many questions, whatever that means to you. You're waiting on the Six of Cups. Six of Cups energy, but I get a Cancer. You could be this could be something going on with a Cancerian, female, male, whatever. You could be waiting to hear back from a Cancer. But as my heart belongs to. So there could be a Cancerian energy from your past that you're waiting on, that you're trying to say that your heart belongs to them. But it's a leaving Leo. So whether they're a man or a woman, you're leaving a Leo-like element for a Cancer from your past. Eight of Wands. This energy, like the Eight of Wands, like the can't understand and this, that, and the third. Maybe it is fire-like elements. Maybe a fire signs don't understand why you're leaving them for somebody. Someone's going here with better looking. Like maybe a water sign is better looking. Maybe it's a Cancer that's better looking. Somebody's also on drugs. That's why I said, like, it's either a fire sign energy doesn't understand why you're trying to be somewhere. Justice card. This could be a situation here where you're trying to help. You're trying to help an ex from your past. So it could be a water sign ex or a fire sign ex. But maybe people feel like you shouldn't help. I get an Aries, like Aries dude. Like maybe you're traveling to an Aries to tell him something. Whether you're a man, I mean, it could be bi, lesbian, gay, straight, whatever. If you're a female, you're dealing with an Aries guy. I don't feel like if you're a Gemini dude, I don't feel like you could be dealing with an Aries dude, but I'm going to go with Aries guy for right now. You could be traveling to an Aries guy from your past, but people don't think you should do that. Your mother doesn't feel like you should do that. Someone could have cheated. Someone could have also lied about having a kid. Like, you could have been, if you're a female, you could have been dating an Aries dude that they were lying about having a kid. But as introduce her introduce her to people as your niece or as my niece. Eight of Wands, Six of Cups. That's why you're going to a Cancerian energy, man, woman. Something is better about a Cancer. So either they're better looking, like you think that they're better looking. But I get hands that back to handcraft and doing things with hands. It could be sexual shit. Hand jobs, blow jobs, whatever. Hands or hugging. Maybe a fire sign energy isn't much of a hugger. But that was you using your intuition that someone didn't want to be with you anymore, vice versa. That's why you're going to a Cancer. They're more nurturing. So this could be a job. That's why I said it's kicked out by a Libra kind of vibe. Like you're traveling to go into a new job. But there's this feeling here where I get going back to an old one. You could be going back to an old job, Six of Cups. You like it there, or you like the coworkers there. That's why I said better treatment. There's better treatment in some other job from your past, or better treatment with a water sign person from your past. You should have been with someone from the start. But how did we get here? How did we get here? So this could be a situation, the Justice energy. Either how do we get here with conversation, like a conversation about ex-lovers and current partners could have escalated into something really crazy. And maybe this element here where you're storming out and somebody's like grabbing your shirt and telling you not to leave. How did we get to that point? Like, how did we get here? Six of Cups. Maybe there's repetitive arguing that you're having with a Leo female or male, whatever, or Aries. Or there were repeated arguments, Six of Cups, with someone from your past, or some element of your current relationship, something from the past keeps returning in it, and you're tired of that. And you're extremely tired of it. How do we keep getting to this point? Why does she keep coming in the picture? So it could be a Cancerian woman. Why does she keep coming in the picture? Some Cancerian energy is a man, woman. They're responsible for why your marriage is fucked up. They're responsible for business, marriage, love, relationship, why it's messed up. Or it's a Libra. But it's a Libra that's involved. There's a Libra man that's involved, or the two involved. You may have shared too much with a Libra. And they're exposing that. Six Cups. But you're trying to understand, or someone's trying to understand why you're inviting somebody over. Six Cups energy. Why are you inviting them over? It could be the Aries. Six Cups could be your family. Maybe your sisters. Maybe you have a lot of sisters. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could be 6 sisters. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sisters. Maybe you have a lot of sisters, or it could be like a what do you call it? Maybe if you're a guy, a girl, whatever. If you're a guy, you got a lot of sisters. If you're a woman, maybe you have a lot of sisters, or girls that you call your sisters if they're not biological. They don't understand why you're still with a fire sign. Like your sisters, Six of Cups, they don't understand why you're still with a fire sign energy. You should have left him or her a long time ago. Something's going on. The fire sign energy, they're really not good for you. But maybe you keep trying to explain that to your mom. You're trying to explain that to your mom and your siblings or sisters. But they don't see it that way. But maybe you're trying justice. Like that's why I said snatching the mic. You're trying to get them to understand why you want to be with a Cancer from your past. The Leo was trying to understand that, or your family's trying to understand why you're still with a fire sign, Aries or Leo. Could be a Sag as well. The Sag is for business. Like if you're doing business with a Sag with the Eight of Wands, I get merciless. Like when I said business with a Sag, something is merciless with that energy. They're merciless. Six of Cups. They're not paying you a lot. It's just Six of Cups. Maybe something's going on with repetitive patterns of not being. That's why I said from the beginning again, like being mistreated, treatment in a job, coworkers feeling bad. Could be a Sag boss, Libra boss. The Libra energy is making comparisons annoyingly over and over again. That's why it keeps returning. Maybe your family members, maybe you're complaining with your family members and friends about treatment in a job, and that's why Eight of Wands. They don't understand why you're still in some job. Why you're still in some job? Why? Or with somebody. Five of Swords energy for your present. Five of Swords. There's rejection going on here for some reason. But I get family. Like you're like this annoying energy with that. So maybe something's going on. Maybe your family is coming towards you for something. Maybe you're trying. This could be a justice energy. Could be you. Maybe you're trying to leave work to travel to your family. Or vice versa. But they don't want you somewhere. They don't want you in some house. Or you don't want them in your place. They're gonna aggravate you about things. So, but either they're gonna aggravate you about but it's whatever it is. It's something that you need to face and take responsibility for. They don't understand. So maybe you're okay. I see what's going on. You something going on with you, like Jesus Christ. You this is interesting. Like you could be in a situation you keep running to. I keep kidding sisters and moms and all that. You keep running to them. The Eight of Wands about some issues with job, about some issues with some Leo element. Or Aries, Sag, all these annoying fire signs. Like you're running to family members to try to get continuous help from them, but it's not working. But you keep trying to, you keep doing that. Like you keep looking for different outcomes, and it's not happening with the Six of Cups. So either it's with an Aries ex, you keep going back to an Aries ex all the time, or Aries for some reason you keep going back to them, or some fire. So you keep going back and forth with some fire sign energy, and your parent, you keep going to your family looking for different outcomes. They don't understand. Just leave him or her. Just leave this place, leave this job. But I also leave this home. Maybe there's a home that you return to. Right? The Cancer. It could be a home environment. It could be a home living situation that you have with a Cancer, or a Cancer keeps returning. Something wrong with smoking. So maybe you could have been in the house. Maybe something's going on with you. Your mother doesn't want you to do that somewhere. So you could be smoking weed in a home. Could be in a backyard, like a patio. Somebody does not like that. Like a mom or grandma or siblings, they don't like you they don't want you doing that somewhere with the Eight of Wands. You're trying to travel to their place. You're trying to travel. They don't like that. You're like, why didn't you just tell me that you don't like that? Somebody's kind of scared of you for some reason. So it could be like a parent. It could be siblings. Like, why are they afraid? I don't know. Five of Swords. You're feeling rejected by family. Why didn't they just justice energy? Why this could be a situation here where you're traveling to go see your family, but maybe they didn't know you were coming. Six of Cups. Or it's a Cancer that travels. They continuously come out of. Somebody just pops up in your place. Somebody just pops up places, and you didn't call me. You could be the one that's doing the rejecting. Like at the Aries, either you're doing that to an Aries and they're rejecting you, or an Aries is doing that to you, or you're doing that to a Cancer, or a Cancer is doing that to you. But I also get it's because of Cancer. So this could be someone's Cancer return. You could be traveling to go see. That's why I get the Aretha Franklin analogy and the Cancer period. Someone could have Cancer. Maybe you're traveling to go see someone with Cancer, or maybe you travel to go see someone that maybe they got over the Cancer, but the Six of Cups of Cancer returned. You're trying to understand why. Five of Swords could be the return. You don't understand. The Five of Swords could be showing up like an illness that's returning. You don't understand why. But there's a what's happening to me. So something's going on with you since you're traveling or you're doing something, and there's a what's happening to me. Something's happening to you. If I get mental, something's going on mentally. Five of Swords. People or family or a woman or your partners don't understand why you keep doing something. So that's why something's going on mentally. There's a Pisces energy that's trying to get you help. So it could be their mental health. Something that I see. The repetitiveness where people don't not understanding why you keep doing something could be the fact that you keep sneaking out on a partner. You keep sneaking out on a partner, and maybe somebody thinks that something's mental with that, or something's going on with you, like you trying to stay in a relationship that is mentally deteriorating for you with the Five of Swords. It's mentally deteriorating you. Relationship, job, home environment as well. Six of Cups. But it's she can't get off the drugs. Like when I say home environment, she can't get off. It could be the Cancer, female, male. Water sign energies, they can't get off the damn drugs. Five of Swords. And maybe you're trying to help them all the time. They keep returning all the time. Or something's going on with you and drugs. Five of Swords. And when I said you and drugs, I get deteriorating. You're doing, it could be smoking weed. Maybe there's bad weed, bad batch of weed. Your family's disgusted. Like they can't take it. Five of Swords. You're going to your family's house smelling like weed. I get droopy eyes. Like your eyes are droopy. You're trying to say that a Leo is making you do that. A Leo, drink as well. You're trying to say that a Leo, some type of issues that you have with a Leo is driving you crazy. Five of Swords, mentally as well. But it's also making you drink, lose sleep, and have droopy eyes. Like you're high all the time. And your family is like, can you cut her off? Like a Leo female, can you cut her off? Cancer, can you cut her off? But I keep getting the Cancer female, the Cancerian female is better. Or somebody has Cancer, it keeps returning. But when I say that, you don't understand why. Like when I say Cancer keeps returning, either it's a person that you don't understand why, or it's an illness that you don't understand why it returned. Jesus Christ. Your future has the Ace of Swords. There's a new venture in the future. However, someone's going on here with not knowing where the expenses are going to come from, or it's a huge expense, whatever. But someone's going on with getting off a drug. So this could be, that's why I said pride. And that's why I said maybe a Leo, not Leo, maybe a Libra, Leo, yes. Maybe a Libra is exposed. That's why I said mental and diagnosis. Maybe a Libra is exposing the fact that you're on drugs because of the Cancer. Okay, I see what's going on. You are in a current partnership with a Leo-like element or Aries, some fire sign. but you somehow you allowed some type of water sign relationship from the past to I keep getting deteriorate you. Like you're letting a relationship from the past deteriorate you. So what's happening is that you're messing up in a job. You're messing up in a job. Five of Swords. Your boss is laughing. They're sneaking with other coworkers and managers, and they're talking about that. They're talking about that. Five of Swords. Jesus Christ. But there's a need help. Like you're trying to seek out help, or somebody's trying to offer you help, but maybe it's not working. Keeps returning from the past. It's cups. Just leave him. Just leave her. It's because of drugs. You're trying to say your present relationship. You're trying to say that your past, whatever present relationship that you're in, you're trying to say that your past relationship is causing you to indulge in bad habits because the present one isn't working properly. But because the past one is causing you to indulge and deteriorate mentally, physically, whatever, it's starting to mess up the goodness that you had going on in your current relationship. If that makes any sense. Like he getting something about the job. Maybe it's starting to have an effect. It's starting to have an issue with your workplace. Maybe you want to take leave from work to heal, to recover. But also get rehab. Like maybe you're traveling to go to rehab. Your family's trying to get you to do that. Wow. Jesus Christ. Your instincts has the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, making plans. Your instincts are obviously you're making plans to leave, but I also get to leave a job and leave a house. So either you're moving, like maybe the Six of Cups could be like an offer that you got, but I get through some type of travel that you made, you got offered something new. Six of Cups. Maybe you thought that you'd never get it. But there's a trying to scheme. So this could be a situation here where you got some type of job offer through traveling somewhere, but maybe you feel like maybe there's an element here where you keep feeling like people keep trying to scheme you. They keep trying to, at the Libra, that people keep trying to scheme you all the time. That's why I say you don't understand, Five of Swords, why somebody keeps doing something. But there's a Libra that maybe they're trying to say you have something mentally going on, but they also have something that's wrong. They also have something wrong with them. There's jealousy also, Five of Swords. Maybe they're jealous of you, undercover jealous. That's why they're making comparisons. But there's also this feeling of who's better in bed with the Five of Swords. There's a who's better in bed. There's also something going on here with a gay encounter. Like maybe you had like a same-sex encounter with somebody and they're exposing that. But I get that's why you're traveling. That's why you're leaving somewhere. You could have, like I said, you could have been working a job, whether it's heterosexual or it's gay, some type of encounter that you had, same sex, whatever. You had some type of encounter in a job, and what's happening? Somebody took a video of you. So you could have been having sex with a boss or a coworker in a job. You could have been laying with this person, or you slept with them, you laid with them you laid with them. But they secretly, somebody had a camera tucked in somewhere, or somebody had a camera on top of like on a shelf, like tucked in behind, so I get somewhat like a flower pot. Somebody had a camera behind a flower pot situation in their house or in a workplace. You regret, Five of Swords. You regret. There's a Leo saw. But there's a Leo doesn't want to deal with this kind of situation. This one with bisexuality. Either a Leo is bi, or a Leo can't deal with the fact that you're bisexual. Like they're annoyed by that. They're not that kind of person, or maybe you're trying to say that you're not that kind of person. They want to see the tape. Like the Leo-like element, they want to see the tape. Snatching a mic. Somebody wants to see some tape you do. Or you're trying to get a Libra to erase it. That's why I said, how do we get here? How do we get to this point? But I get where I'm smacking ass. Like, you're trying to understand how you got to some point where you're smacking somebody's ass, or they're smacking, I see what's going on. This could be a situation, if it's not a sex act, this could be either heterosexual or same sex, whatever. This could be a situation here where it could have been a friendly thing in a workplace where someone smacked your behind or you smacked theirs, but your partner is aware of that. And they're like, who is she? Who is he? Five of Swords. Jesus Christ. Your accomplishment has the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups for an accomplishment. There's uncomfortableness with some traveling, that some type of, but I keep back to your family's house all the time. Yeah, you're very uncomfortable with going back and forth to your family's home. Someone may actually, your parents or a mom or sibling, or that maybe they're very religious and you're not, vice versa. And they're trying to offer you prayer. Like maybe they think that something is really, maybe they demons. Like maybe somebody thinks you got demons on you or something. You need cleansing. Someone needs cleansing. Eight of Wands. There's two eights here, which represents 16. That could be the 16th of whatever, September. 16. 16 is also a very auspicious number. It's not, and for some reason, it's not a very good number. 16 isn't a very good number to have right next to each other. Or it's two eights. Maybe you're just try without adding them up together. Maybe 8 represents double abundance. But you're trying to go travel to be abundant in a new job, a new home, whatever. You're scared, or you're very uncomfortable with that. You're very uncomfortable because you don't know how people are going to treat you. So if it's a new job, new home, you know how people are going to treat you. You know how people are going to treat you. Eight of Cups. But I also get the Cancer. Maybe this is happening. It could be happening with a Cancerian energy, that they're doing this. This is them that it's happening to, and they keep returning, and maybe they don't know how you're going to treat them. They don't know how to get. Maybe it's them that's on drugs, or you, or something's going on with that. Oh my God. Spiritual self has the King of Coins, sign of Taurus. Taurus. Could be a Taurus that's returning from the past. If you need help from a Taurus, it's right next to the Six of Cups. But I get friend. This element could be your friend. That's why I said someone could be returning to a workplace, Six of Cups, or you have Taurus in your chart. But that's why I said X. You either have an Aries that's an X, or it's a Taurus, or a Cancerian energy that's an X, or it could be a family member or a friend that they're returning from the past. They're returning from the past, a King of Coins. This energy could also be responsible for hiring you. They're also responsible for, after you leave somewhere, that they could be responsible for hiring you. You've been waiting on this person. But there's also a reason. The reason that you're waiting on this person, something is tragic also about the reason why you're waiting on this King of Coins. They could be telling you something tragic about someone. Maybe that's why. But I get the reason into why you're sitting. Okay, so it could be the funeral. It could be a funeral. If it's a tragedy kind of situation, they could be the ones they're communicating something to you. They're the ones that are telling you how someone passed. King of Coins. They're telling you how somebody died. That's why you don't understand justice, snatching the mic, and all that kind of stuff, going to wakes and funerals, trying to understand how somebody died. But she didn't die that way. She didn't die that way. So this element could be telling you this element, but maybe they have the truth, or they have inside information into how somebody really died. So the news could be like showing, it could be Aretha Franklin, or a personal situation in someone's life. Something's going on where the news is there's something fabricated. Something is fabricated about the news, and maybe something's going on with or in a family's. It could be a fabrication in a family, fabrication in a job. They're responsible for revealing the truth into it. But yet she ate. So that's why I said the news is fabricating some type of truth here, and this element has information that they have the real answers. But I get dietitian. This element is a dietitian. They're a dietitian. So somebody died, but the news is trying to say that, they fell, or they this, that, and the third, or they were overdosed, or they were drugged, or they were on drugs. But they were ate or drank something bad with the King of Coins. So you want justice with a Libra-like element there. I should have known. Like, there's this element here where you should have known something about this person, but I get their involvement if it's a Taurus. You should have known something sneaky about a Taurus. Like, you should have known they have answers, but you're drumming down this element's ear. You're drumming down that element's ear. About the truth, king of coins, the news being a fabrication. Something is also not going to show up until years later, unless they say, I get open up their mouth. Like, unless they open up their mouth, some type of truth is not going to come out until years later. They're returning from the past. But I get they're also responsible for why you got fired as well with the king of coins. So you could have been fired from a job recently or in the past, or the reason into why you were forced to leave or you left, period. Are you left intentionally? Five of Swords. You could have left intentionally, or somebody may have done something mystically. Someone could have been mystically and caused you to leave a job. Someone's voodoo-like about this also. Like, maybe this element, like, maybe they practice voodoo. Maybe somebody practices voodoo somewhere. Maybe you do, or a king of coins does. Or they're learning about that. This element is learning about voodoo. Maybe they're trying to learn how to use it. Or you're trying to learn how to use it. Maybe you think that somebody's talking about voodoo, and this element doesn't have to be a Taurus man. It could be a Capricorn. It could be a woman that's shown up like a dude. Could be like a earth sign female or a male that's shown up like that. They're very in touch with their masculine side. If not, you think somebody's practicing voodoo. That's why your relationship is like that. But I also that's why the reason into why somebody is on drugs. Somebody is on drugs, but it's mystically driven stuff. They didn't even notice that they end up on drugs. That's strange. So it could be voodoo, like maybe somebody did some type of incantation or spell to make somebody ill, or they're trying to learn how to do that, or you think they're trying to learn how to do that. But I get ruined to ruin somebody's life or something, like to ruin. Maybe I don't know if you're trying to do that, or this element is trying to do that, or they have a truth into how somebody really died. News is a fabrication. They know that they were drugged or they poisoned. This energy, either they were poisoned, or you're communicating something to them that they are communicating something to you about a friend, and they're telling you that your friend was poisoned. They were poisoned. Jesus Christ. Somebody was poisoned, but the drugs were also in their system, and that's why the news is trying to say they died from drugs or they died from an overdose, but they were actually poisoned. Jesus Christ. Your mentality has the Two of Wands. There's I can't take in your mentality. Maybe you're trying to get help from fire signs. There's a need to go to jail vibe also. But it's Sagittarius, Aries possibly. These elements need to go to jail. They need to be in jail. Two of Wands. A Taurus energy, like their ass will be saved if they just tell what happened, but what an Aries said to them. So if a Taurus dude tells what an Aries, could be a female, male, whatever, tells what an Aries told them, if a Taurus guy says what an Aries said to them, then their ass will be saved. Their ass is going to be saved. If not, they're going to go to jail. Or they're going to have to do time. Wow. Jesus Christ. So it could be, if it's not crazy like that, and lies and illnesses and why somebody died, this could be a situation that's why I said why you lost your job. Some shadiness. That's why I said scheme. Maybe you feel schemed, or somebody feels schemed. Oh, could be in a relationship feeling schemed. These elements could be family members. It's right next to the family card. Could be somebody's uncle or aunt that said something crazy, or they may have been pretending to like somebody. Right, your husband. If you're a married woman, so this element could be your dad. Maybe your dad was pretending to like your husband, and they did something shady, and they caused you to divorce your husband or leave a husband temporarily or permanently. If you're a woman. What's changing for you is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is I can't sleep. You can't sleep? Hell no. But I keep getting the Taurus. Like, you can't sleep unless a Taurus speaks or says something. But it's what's wrong with them? Like, you're trying to understand what's wrong with a Taurus guy. You're trying to understand what's wrong with them. This could be, if you're a woman, maybe this is someone that you dated in your past, but there's this feeling of they don't want to be back with you again. So the Taurus energy could have been an ex that you traveled to, or they traveled to you. Maybe they're trying to be with you again. Maybe you think somebody has something that's mentally wrong. That's why somebody's not talking, or that's why somebody doesn't want to be with you. Vice versa. Maybe they think something's wrong with you. So either they're on drugs, or maybe you think that you're on drugs. I don't want to be with you. So it could be a coworker that did something shady, a housemate or a husband or whatever, boyfriend from the past, friend from the past. They did something shady because they did not want to be with you anymore, or they need to talk, or something going on. But I get something about a nurse. Maybe they have information on something that a nurse did, but I also have information on something that a nurse put in something. They have information on something that a nurse was putting into something. A nurse put something in somewhere. But now I'm getting Aretha Franklin again with the King of Coins. This situation is kind of, so if this isn't something, like this could be happening personally to you, or Aretha Franklin's passing could be really prominent, like some aspects of her passing are relatable to your life for some reason. Jesus Christ. Your resolution has the Page of Swords. I don't want my son. You don't want your son involved with something. Maybe you're trying to leave with a son. Page of Swords. Someone's also going on here with college. Maybe you feel like somebody needs to be in college. They need to be in school, or you want to be in college. You want to be in school or study. All right. You want to be in You want to be in school. You want to study. But something is in the way. With Page of Swords and Ace of Swords, you're trying to, something's in the way. If he doesn't talk, I'm not leaving. It could be the keep getting something about a job also. Like, they're responsible for some type of fuckery in a job. They're responsible. Or why somebody died. You can't even move forward. You feel like this could be a situation here where someone could have died in a family. This energy, like they know they're not talking, and maybe you think something's wrong with them mentally. They're not talking. Or if they speak, they're going to save their ass. Someone could have died in a family, and they're holding their tongue. Like, this energy, like they're holding their tongue hardcore. They're not talking. And it's driving you crazy with the Two of Wands and the Seven of Swords. How am I going to get him to talk? Like, you're trying to understand how you're going to get this element to talk. Something is not going to be hard to do. So either you're trying to use voodoo, like maybe you're some type of like spellcraft to get somebody to talk. It is possible. Use spellcraft to get somebody to speak the truth. Voodoo. Whatever you practice or learn how to do, I don't know. Jesus Christ. Why did I lose my lover? Why did I lose my job? Why don't they like my food, my dress that I sold, my this, that, and the third? Why is she gone? How did she pass? Why? Jesus Christ. But someone's going to have with school as well, with the Page of Swords. You may want to go back to school, but something is going on here in your personal and private life that for some reason is hindering you. Like I said, you could have took leave from school to go to a funeral. Could have took leave from school to go to a funeral, but you're not going to rest. Nine of Swords. You're not going to rest until you find the perpetrator. You're not going to rest. You're not going to rest until you find the perpetrator. Or until Aries exposes something that she was communicating to a Taurus, vice versa. Sag, Aries, Taurus, men and women. They saw. When I said that they saw, or they did something, or they saw something that a nurse was doing, what did she put in there? I get something about tubes. Somebody put I don't know, it could be poison. Like somebody put poison, or they had a tube of poison. Maybe they had a tube of, I get something about IV, somebody put, could it be sacrificial? This could be an element here where somebody could have been in the hospital, a parent or sister or friend. Someone was in the hospital and they were on IV and a nurse came and put poison in the IV tube. This energy knows that, or they saw that. Jesus, heavenly Christ. They put poison in the IV tube. Oh my God. Wow, people are really sick. They had a tube of poison and they put it in something. But I get a drink when I said that. Someone had a tube of poison and they put it in some juice or drink. Somebody may be getting better though with that, but with the other situation, somebody is dead or they died because of that. If it's an IV situation, hell yeah. All right, let me see the outcome. Who is this? Gemini. 2, 3. Woo, the ass gonna be beat, boy. 5 of Wands. Someone is very troublesome with fire signs. They're not talking. If it's fire sign energies, they're not talking. And it's aggravating the shit out of you with the 2 of Wands. Somebody's stupid about them. Like, there's fire sign energies that you're saying that something's really stupid about them. They're stupid. There's an Aries element that's mentally ill. Like, there's an Aries that's mentally ill. And maybe they're the ones that they're the ones that did something retarded. They're the ones that did something bad. Jesus Christ. All right, Gemini, let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.